Hello guys, so welcome to another insightful content on my channel. I'm glad you clicked on this video. For my returning subscribers, thank you for staying with me. We are 60K in number now, and I appreciate you all. And also for my new viewers, I'll plead that you join this family, and I'm sure you're going to be blessed as you pursue this study abroad journey. So, as a thumbnail indicates, I'm going to share with you tips and also some insights I've gained over the years of working with international students and also interacting with graduates. Coordinators. What are some metrics that can help you increase your chances of getting graduate assistantship? So stick with me as I explain what this thing means and also what are some of these points that will help you. And remember, this is not like a definite these are not definite guidelines, but I'm sure they are definitely going to help you, in your journey. So until then, let's get into it. Tada! Energy, energy, energy. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to this content. So I'm not going to take all your time. I'm going to just get right into it. So, what is graduate assistantship? Or what is this form of funding, or what is this form of scholarship? So when it comes to US and Canada in particular, I think they have different way of calling, or terming, or calling, this form of funding in other countries. But focusing on US and Canada, graduate assistantship is a form of funding opportunity that is normally offered by a university you're applying to, specifically in your department or outside the department, whereby they either give you, a role as a teaching assistant, research assistant, or an administrative assistant. These three types: research, teaching, or administrative assistant. And this, opportunity they give to you as an international student, you're going to work in exchange for them to pay your tuition, sometimes fully, sometimes partially, and also give you monthly stipend. Okay, and then sometimes they cover your health insurance and also give you grants for conferences and what have you. So, how can you increase your chance of getting this form of funding? Now, I would want to caution that this form of funding is normally for graduate students. However, for undergrad, you can get some teaching assistantship when you're in the third year, second year, and you did well in some courses. Some professors might call on you to come and assist them. But for this content, is for those who are applying for graduate program. That's why it's called what? Graduate assistantship. Graduate assistantship. What are some ways that can help you increase your chances? So I will start with the graduate teaching assistantship. That is the first one. So here you're going to be assigned to a professor, right? Or professor, sometimes two professors, sometimes three professors, it depends on the school, or sometimes one professor if you're lucky. And then you assist that assigned professor with what? Sometimes grading, invigilation, which they call proctoring here, proctoring, invigilation, grading, and also other assignment that he will give you or she will give you. So that is what you'll be doing. So how can you get this kind of funding? So people normally have this misconception that if you serve as a teaching assistant in your domicile country or you have any teaching experience, it increases your chance of getting this funding. Whilst this may be true, but it is not the absolute path or the absolute metric for you to get what a graduate teaching assistantship. The key is that I would emphasize that if you're looking for teaching assistantship, which normally for some departments, it is part of the application process. During the application, they'll ask you, are you interested in what? Teaching assistantship. So for those who have received admission, you'll probably be waiting for your teaching assistantship notification. Sometimes it comes with admission, especially for PhDs. Other times too, it comes separately, especially in March that we are getting into right now. So how can you increase your chance of getting a teaching assistantship? I would just say this very simple. Ensure on your CV you streamline your experiences. If you have a teaching experience, emphasize it. Scale it up. Let them know your teaching experience, what courses you taught, the number of students you assisted, softwares you used. Do well and emphasize all this. It's not just about having a teaching experience. It's about how you communicate your teaching experience, right? And if you don't have a teaching experience, it may be a volunteering job that you did. You assisted your colleagues, okay? That can go into your SOP. Let's say you used to assist your students, your colleagues to understand some concept. You can put that in your SOP somewhere, right? That can be a skill. It can also be a workshop that you assisted. It can be a volunteering role whereby you would lead a discussion. Put on something. It is not a must, but if you have these things, it is a plus. But if you don't have it, it is not a minus. And also, like my YouTube channel right now, assuming I was doing this in Ghana, this can be a community volunteering that I can put on my CV which can, I mean, boost my chances. And these are just all add-ons. But the trick is that, especially courses that sometimes they just look at your, I mean, aside the GPA cutoff point, the department have their own entrance, I mean, admission entrance, I mean, GPA, and also they have their GPA cutoff point for what? For assistantship. So when they shortlist that, they look at your courses. I mean, what were you good in quant? Were you good in, I mean, some qualitative courses? Then, for instance, communication. What were your grades in some courses? They can know that, oh, you can assist them teaching some undergraduate courses. So that is the trick. It's all about trying to streamline your CV, or I mean, massaging your CV to suit that role. So that's about the graduate teaching what assistantship, right? So when I finish, I will add an overall point to the rest. Now, when it comes to graduate research assistantship, too, it is about research. So during your application, they will ask you that, do you want to be considered for graduate research assistantship? Then when you say yes, then they will automatically, right, align you or match you up with a faculty member whom they feel that you align best with. So that one, you don't need to reach out to any professor, right? You don't have to reach out to any professor. They will what? Assign you with a professor. That is the first phase. And the second phase is whereby you have to look out for a faculty member whom your research interest aligns with, right? Whom your research interest aligns with, and then reach out to the person. And then when the person approves to supervise you or approves to work with you, then the department match you guys up. So how can you do it? It is all about just trying your best to look at a person's publication. What are the working papers they are working on? What is your research interest? How can you find an intersection, right? And then don't just write any generic, email. Oh, I saw that you do climate change. I saw that you do monetary economics. So you just go and state monetary economics or climate change in a bold, as a bold concept. No, go there, be specific. Which aspect of climate change are you doing right now? Or what is he doing? Try and read his papers. Look at some gaps that he has identified. Then let him or her know that, oh, I read this paper of yours and I realized this gap is very interesting. We can look at this gap from another angle or from this angle. So we're able to bring in a unique, a novel idea. It doesn't have to be too novel, but at least we're able to direct the research in a different path. Communicate in your email. Don't write too lengthy email, but read and communicate your ideas. And hey, if you have any technological skills, software skills, Python, coding, R, Stata, name them. In vivo, if that's the correct word, just name them. If you have these skills too, it is a plus when it comes to the research role. Just as I said, in the teaching role too, if you've worked with some learning management systems too, it is a plus. So highlight all these concepts. What are some research workshops you have gone for? What are some research seminars you have gone for? Conferences. Highlight all these on your CV. And when you're writing to the professor to state your GPA, what you've been doing, your research repertoire, state them. Charlie, it be branding. Package yourself. Someone can just go for driving license, and I'm telling you, it's just like going on LinkedIn to see someone who just won, or just qualified for driving license. The way they will write the story, tell your story, sell yourself very well. So when it comes to the research, that is how we do it. It's not just about looking at the person's interest in its broad themes. It is about being specific, finding time to read his or her paper or her working papers. You don't have to read everything, just the abstract, intro, study limitation, gaps, future direction for research. Then bring this up. Think about it. This is not lottery. This is hard work. And someone will say, we've been doing it, but they've not been getting back to us. Trust me, some schools require you to reach out and they might not get back to you. But I have some people who have gone ahead, put in solid application when they didn't get back, and now they got in and they matched them with what? The faculty members whom they were even reaching out to that they didn't mind them. It's not their fault. Some of these R1 universities, that is high impact research universities, they have a lot on their desks, the professors. It is publish or perish. They don't have time, right? That is how it is. And the last one is graduate administrative assistant. You'll be in the department serving as what? An administrative assistant, whereby you assist with, printing of, structuring departmental, schedules like meetings, compiling, evaluation, like a lot of administrative staff. So what are some administrative skills? Here, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word will come into play. How can you communicate how you have to work with Excel on your spreadsheet, sorry, on your CV? And some of these administrative assistant, the key is that it is not only in the department. And the same as the teaching assistant, it's not only a department. And also as research assistant, it's not only a department. I have a friend who is in a PhD program. He had assistantship from a different what department by writing to that professor. Sometimes you have to search other departments, look at the openings. When it comes to administrative assistants, we have like housing and dining, whereby you'll be working in as an administrative assistant in housing and what dining. We have people who will be in the book and rentals. We have people who will be in the what international student office, graduate school, different offices, right? So, and financial aid office. What are some skills that you have? What can you offer? They are not going to throw the money at you. What can you offer? Right? It is not lottery. So do that, search online, and then go to the school's website and do this wholly. Like, don't just apply and just say, Kingsford, I apply, I got admission. No funding. Search. Go to the school website. How do you search? Go to the school website. Look at their job openings. Every school is having a job opening portal. Go there. What do they have? Write to the departmental coordinator. Say, I have gotten admission and assistantship. I couldn't get it. Do you have, idea of any assistantship openings that you can recommend? Some are very lenient. They might go extra mile to set some for you. If they are not, go to, financial aid. Go to the school's HR. Write to them. You're an international student. Don't be spamming their emails, but be polite. Write solid, non-generic emails. Right? Guys, I hope I've exhausted this point. So I have classified them into what? GTA, graduate teaching assistant, GRA, graduate research assistant, and GAA, graduate administrative assistant. So for those who are interested in these funding opportunities in US, and also sometimes Canadian schools, Canada is more like entrance scholarship, but they have some of these openings there as well. So that is it. And I think UK too, they have student, and they call it, I think, studentship. I would have to confirm, but yeah. So guys, US, that's how it works. And then you are going to work for 20 hours, sometimes 10 hours, and you'll be fine. Right? So put in the work, build your CV. I'll be coming with content on, some additional content on how to prepare CVs to get, some of these funding opportunities when it comes to GTA, GRA, and GAA. How do you prepare the CV? How do you write the sentences? Let me not take all your time. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you for the 60K subscribers. Share with your friends, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Tada! Until then, see you. Energy.